Hi, I'm Maureen Taylor, the photo detective and essential photo organizing. Old photos, real solutions. In the first video of this series, we're going to talk about the 5 most common rookie mistakes. All of those things that all of us do, including myself, when we first get a box of pictures. So let's get started. No doubt about it, dealing with piles of pictures can be a daunting task. These 4 mistakes presented in this video are based on the questions commonly asked by individuals who have inherited photographs. Let's start with the dreaded TMP, also known as too many pictures. So here's how it goes. Your great aunt Mabel has finally decided that you're the one, the person meant to care for all those family heirlooms, including all those boxes of photographs she's been safekeeping for the right descendant. She's watched you grow up and hopefully fostered your interest in family history, and now's the time. She wants you to take those photographs off her hands. While you're willing to have all the information in those photos, it's a common feeling to be overwhelmed by the number of items that might be in a box and to worry about what you're going to do with them and where you're going to put them. I've had people tell me that they get so overwhelmed with the gift from a relative that they can't do anything with it. They become frozen for a very long time, just completely overwhelmed with the thought of organizing and preserving that box of photographs. But there's a pledge we can all take. And here's how it goes. I accept the challenge of caring for family treasures. It's one I willingly take on. If at some point I'm no longer interested in doing so, or am unable to care for these family items, I promise to find a descendant to take my place. Rookie mistake number 2, choosing the wrong scanning resolution. It's pretty common to not know how to get the best quality scan from your scanner. And there are many different types of scanners. There's standalone scanners, there's all-in-one printer scanners, there's portable scanners, there's scanners on your phone, apps on your phone. But you want to choose the right resolution to preserve your photographs. There are 2 things you need to know. When you're scanning your photographs, you want to select TIFF file, T-I-F-F, not a JPEG. A TIFF file is an uncompressed scanning format, picture format. Now, what resolution do you want to choose? 72 dpi is plenty good enough for the web, but for preservation quality, you want a minimum of 600 dpi TIFF. Although the Library of Congress has now set their new preservation standard for scanning at 1800 dpi. Just bear in mind, if you scan anything at 1800 dpi, it is going to be a very large file, and you're going to need a portable hard drive or a way of backing up all those files, because they're probably not all going to fit on your computer. Rookie mistake number 3, poor record keeping. So here's what happens. You have the box, you take it apart, and you start to scan. And you're thinking, I'm just going to scan everything in the box. I'm just going to scan everything right away, 600 to 1800 dpi or more. And then you don't keep track of what you're doing. You don't remember what you've scanned the next time you go back to scan some more. You haven't written down any of the captions to go with the file numbers for the scans. And then you can't retrieve anything because you haven't attached keywords to those pictures. So right from the beginning, set yourself a workflow that scanning, numbering, caption in this document that you're going to create, and then filing. So you scan, you number, you fill in the document chart that you're creating in Word or Excel or Evernote or whatever program you want to use, and then you file that picture. What happens is later you'll be able to retrieve both the pictures and the information, and you'll know where they are. Mistake number 4. Everybody wants to take apart their photo albums. Those black paper albums with pictures glued in them. 99.9% of the time, there is nothing written on the back of those photographs. If you take those albums apart, you're going to destroy the photo story that they tell. So someone in your family has put that album together, or any album together, in a particular order. And that story can be really important for your family genealogy. There is, however, one type of album that must be taken apart. And that's, I consider, a toxic album. It's poor quality plastic, glue, and paper, which all add up to photo destruction. And these are those magnetic albums. They had a piece of, like a cardstock in them with either a tacky feel because it's glue or glue strips, and then a poor quality plastic on the top covered the images. These were sold circa 1970 to the present. So here's what happens. The pictures stick, they discolor, and they're very difficult to remove. It's a bit of a preservation nightmare. These albums need to be taken apart. Only these albums. You photograph each page or you scan each page so you remember the order of the pictures, and then you recreate that order in a preservation quality album, something that's acid and lignin free with polyester overlays. That's it, the 4 rookie mistakes. Thank you for joining me, and next up is the next video in the series. 5 most popular preservation questions.